Today's video is gonna be about learning from your failure. If you guys have watched my channel, you guys have seen I've been going through a lot of it. And through it, you guys kind of see I'm learning my own lessons, kind of changing and adapting everything. Just as an overall general, I've had a lot of failure in my life. I've talked about it. I've briefly touched on things just throughout different videos, everything with that. But failure is one of those. I mean, there's a lot of quotes about it, like always learn from your mistakes, everything with it. But it's literally one of those things you can notice a difference in a lot of people that have failed. Um, it can be good or bad. Some people learn from their failure, others don't. You can see the people that are very, very successful have had some of the worst failures ever. Do you want to take one example? Donald Trump. I say he's president right now. I mean, he's gone through all of these things where, I mean, he's been bankrupt many, many times, but still a very successful guy. Whether you like him or you don't like him, that's how it is. I myself, right now, this is the best position I think I've ever been in my life. Um, and it's not where I want to be at all. I'm not necessarily loving it. I don't. This is some of the happiest I have been. I'll say that. But I have other places I want to be. But this is one of those things that this is the path that I am going down, and it's giving me time to learn what I need to do. It's giving me time to choose actually how I want to grow everything with it. Um, I mean, I've failed so much up to this point that I've learned so much that other people won't ever learn. Other people will take them years down the road to learn everything with it. I mean, I started from a young age with a lot of failure. I was working pretty much age 12, starting out with everything. Um, and I went down a huge road of failure where I was just complete center. I mean, just doing everything that, like, now looking back at it as someone that is religious now, like, it's insane some of the stuff that I did, or people I hung out with, the activities I did, like everything with it was not good. And it's all those failures that have led me to this point where, like, I was beat down. I was in the lowest of low position. I literally, I don't cry at all, but as a man, I literally cried because I hated where I was at. I had nowhere left to turn. I was completely hopeless. And through that failure, I had to toughen up. I could have literally done the worst thing. I could have ended it all. I could have, I mean, literally just begged for help from anyone and everyone on that. I did get help from it. That's part of the thing that it did take as a failure thing, was I had to reach out to my buddy and have him and his family help me out. I reached out to other people to help me talk through this. I reached out to God. That's the main thing out of that is um, I reached out to God and finally got that connection with religion. And I never would have done that unless I went through that position. So, I mean, as awful as it was in the moment, it's something that I'm so grateful that actually happened. And, not all experiences of failure are going to be good. Some of them are just going to be failures. Some of them, like, you're just going to get kicked down and you just got to get back up, and you can't jump over it or anything. It's just going to stay there. That's just something in the past. But it's one of those things now. I don't think about every failure I've ever had because it's one of those things. I mean, if you fail enough, they all kind of blend in together, and you're like, I don't care. That's just another thing. Where as people that don't fail a lot, they're gonna sit on the little failures, and that's gonna ruin their entire day, ruin their life. I mean, someone could literally come up to me, absolutely scream at me, yell at me in the face. I'm like, okay, I don't care, and just go on with my day. I'm not gonna think about it. Whereas most people, I mean, that's gonna absolutely ruin their week. That's gonna ruin their entire month, honestly, for some of it. That's because they've never been through some of these experiences, never been through some of the pain, anything with that. I mean, I am grateful for all the failures that I do have because I'm in a position now that I'm very confident as a man. I'm very confident in myself, even if I don't always think it. Just in the overall grand scheme of things, I'm pretty confident with who I am, and I'm confident where I'm going with everything. It's still scary. It's still everything's up in the air with it, and you just never know. I've got a interview tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And it's for a sales job as a car salesman. That's something I've never done anything with it, so I'd be curious to see how it all goes. I'm doing my own research on that, but I've always been told through people that I'd be really good at sales. I mean, I'm very easygoing. I'm able to talk to people. I connect with people really well. I just enjoy talking to people. I mean, I've had such a rough life that I've been alone through most of it, so I enjoy talking about. I love talking to people. I mean, everyone has a different life, complete unique life. Whether it's boring, whether it's crazy, you can talk to other people about different things. I mean, I have no problem when I'm at work. I'm talking to anyone and everyone. I can talk to a wall. I'm talking to my phone essentially. I'm looking past it at my wall, just talking to that. Um, so I'm very curious to see how it's going to work. And it's kind of crazy to me because as a kid, I was very, very shy. Like I would never talk. I'd always look down. I couldn't maintain eye contact with anyone. That is something I've worked very hard in order to be able to do. I still have a little bit of a lisp, but like I was in speech class because I couldn't pronounce anything. I still have hard times with it. It still is a little, not necessarily demeaning, but almost embarrassing when you do have a lisp as a grown man. And, like if you're talking and then you have like it's gonna mess it up. You're gonna sit on yourself. But I mean, you can only move past it as long as most things in life. And I learned this from the Nashville girl is like most people aren't gonna whenever she's playing or you're playing guitar. Most people aren't gonna notice the small mistakes that you're gonna notice. So as long as you don't acknowledge it, you can breeze past it. Or if someone does call it out, be like, oh yeah, I mean that happened. Like that stuff happens. It doesn't matter. And you can do that with your failures. I mean, you're gonna have some that you can't move on from. Some crazy big ones. Um, you can go bankrupt and like you might lose absolutely everything. But don't look at it as like a complete failure. Look at it as a chance to rebuild. My old boss, he went bankrupt, lost everything. They were having to go run and hide machines out in the woods, all this stuff, doing everything with it. Now he's got an entire new business. He's got an entire farm, family farm through all this stuff. And you look at it now, like you wouldn't believe that he was bankrupt at any point in time, but it was a chance to rebuild and everything with it. So don't look at all of your failures um, as actual failures. Look at them as opportunities. If I mean something bad happens, you can look at it and see what you can do out of it. I saw this TikTok where uh, I was just pictured of the Bible. And I was talking about like relating to like when you should talk to God and like when you're gonna actually read the Bible, when you should turn to the Lord's word. And I was like showing the captions of like, "Hey, I just got a new job. Hey, I lost my job. Hey, I just bought a new house. Hey, I lost my house. Um, I just got cheated on. I just got broken up with. I just found someone new. I just got married. Like all of these things. Like you should turn to God through all of it, whether it's good or bad. And, that's something I'm doing now. Like I thank God as soon as I got a new job. I've been thanking God for this, for the Nashville girl being in my life. I mean, really, she's helped me come to terms with a lot of things and helped me be a better man. That's one of those things. I see people whenever they're in an old relationship, everything with it, the man always talks about how the best thing you can have in life is a good woman next to you. That's what I'm hoping this all is. And it's one of those things, I learned from the last girl that I talked about. She was a complete failure. That's what that was. Um, I thought it was something I really liked at the time, and now looking back at it, I'm like, I don't know why I was going for it. Had nothing going for it, anything like that. So it's literally one of those things. In the moment, you might sit on it, and you're like, like this is awful, and I did that. I did this. You guys, there's video proof of all of this. Me just absolutely down on myself. Now I'm in a completely different perspective, completely different life. Um, I've talked to some of the people that followed like my channel that I don't know directly that followed my channel. They've all said the same thing. They're like, dude, like I've seen your progress, I've seen your growth. Like I've physically changed and started looking like the best I ever have. This is the best mental picture I've had. Like I'm happy now. Like I'm able to. I'm not down on myself 24/7. I don't wake up and just hate life and like don't want to get out of bed. Like if I do not want to get out of bed, it's because I'm enjoying the time that I'm spending with my dog, or like I'm on FaceTime. I'm like I just want to like stay here the entire time. But I have like an actual motivation for life, like, and that's something I didn't have in the past couple of years. Maybe like a little bit with it, but no, I have a complete driving. I just hit 10K on TikTok. My followers are going up on Instagram. My followers are going up. I just had a video hit. My first video hit 1 million views on TikTok, and it's not the video I wish it would have been. It was a video about a Snapchat update. But still, it's one of those things. Like it's good to see just a little success. Like that's something that's really cool because my older sister was they don't understand social media at all from what it is or like how much how lucrative it is, the businesses you can make, the opportunities with it. Um, and I'll get back to like how I've learned through social media as well for my growth. But um, um, through one of the sorry, I just got a phone call through that. But learning through social media as the growth and everything with it. Um, but my sister was telling me how she's like, oh, you need to stop doing social media, like get an actual job, like do all this stuff. And I have an actual job already. I make very good money. But it's nothing I really love to do, and I don't see a future doing it. I do emergency telecommunications. It's nothing that's awesome. Um, and she was telling me like I've had so many people, text me about like, oh, what your videos are weird, like you're posting half naked stuff, like you're looking like a slut, all this stuff. And it's like they don't understand it because they don't like it's 70, 80-year-old people that I did construction jobs for. Like they contracted us to work for them. So it's one of the things that's weird. Like they don't understand anything like that. And that's one of the things a lot of people would be like, oh, like, okay, well, this is weird. People are talking about it. No, I love it. That's just more word on it. That's showing me that my stuff's getting out. I told her, I was like, well, they can unfollow me if they want. I was like, but I don't care. This is my future. This is the path that I'm going. Uh, Obviously, I don't want social media to be my absolute only thing. I want to develop businesses. Everything in life is about passive income right now. I want to be able to make the absolute most money I can with the least effort possible. And that's not to say that I don't want to put the effort in, but I don't want it to be every single day that I have to bust my ass 24/7. I want it to be where like I can go out on vacation. I've been on one vacation my entire life. That's when I went to Nashville. It was the best time I've ever had in my life. I spent 2 grand in like a couple days, but I had an absolute blast of the time, and I want to have more times like that. Like I don't want it just to be where you got to work your entire life because then you don't get to enjoy the little things. You don't get to enjoy the other things with it. So I want it to be where I'm able to make money from the comfort of things that I don't have to just stress on every single day. I want to have fun. I want to be able to go and travel the world, everything with it. I want to learn new hobbies. I want to completely master the guitar. I want to start actually, being able to sing while I play guitar. I want to learn German. I want to connect more with God. I want to do all these things, and I want to have a family in the future. And it's one of those things that if you why not start now and like fully dive in it? Why not give 100% on something that you're passionate about? If you give 100% on something, you can't ever look at it and be like, man, like, okay, it failed, but maybe if I gave a little more, it would have done. No, I'm already giving everything on it. I'm seeing the results from it. So if it doesn't work, maybe it's just not meant to be. But I won't ever say that I didn't put enough effort into it because I'm putting every bit of effort into it right now. I've got a couple things planning in my head. I'm trying to work some other stuff out, everything with it to fully develop. I'm starting to reach out to some of my followers as clients more so, and just trying to make partnerships off of that. Brand deals coming in, stuff like that. Um, and social media, I've learned a lot of mistakes on very quickly. It was last year. I posted on Instagram. I was just spamming my reels just like I'm doing TikTok because I gained a lot of followers off my TikTok or my Instagram reels, but then I lost 100 followers because I was posting them wrong and they were just spamming everyone that followed me. So obviously they're gonna unfollow if you're getting 30 things on your page every single day. So I had to learn on that. I'm learning on Facebook how to monetize. I'm fully monetized on Facebook, fully monetized on TikTok. I'm working to get monetized on YouTube. Um, all of this stuff. I'm trying to get verified through Instagram. I want to get verified through TikTok. Like all of this stuff. I'm learning all of these processes. I'm learning editing. I'm learning lighting. Like all this stuff. Um, and there's so much failure with all of it. And you gotta enjoy the failure. You gotta embrace the suck. I mean, that's a military term. You gotta embrace the suck, and it's one of those things of you can just sit there and suffer through all of it, or you can literally laugh about it, and you'll see some like maniacal people in the gym or in the army or any branch, anything with that. Once the going gets tough, they start like hysterically laughing. And those are the crazy guys. Those are guys that are gonna make it farther than anyone else because they enjoy the pain. I enjoy the pain. I have a huge pain tolerance. I go to the gym and I'm just absolutely destroying my body. That is the best thing for me. And my mind is clear. Everything with it. I'm focusing on the tear. I'm focusing on the failure of everything to fully grow myself. So, I mean, this has been a pretty good video. I feel like I've been able to focus on the entire message. With some other videos, I go pretty sporadic, but you guys can see my thought process on everything now. I'm not focused on my ex. I'm focused on where I want to be. I'm focused on growing this new life. I'm focused on how to not fail again. So, um, if you guys can take anything out of this, it's, take risk. I mean, enjoy the failure. If you do fail, fuck it. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, there's uh, some one of the best things about me is, I've already been homeless 4 times. So, I mean, how much lower can I be? I mean, I might as well risk it and like do all this stuff. I don't care. I don't talk to my family really hardly at all. Anyways, I haven't talked to my parents in years or my brother in years. The only people I talk to is my sisters. So if there's people talking about me around them, I don't care about them people anyways. So, or those people anyways. So it doesn't matter. I might as well try and do this because, if I get it to the point where I'm making millions of dollars off of this, okay, so you talk shit on me like 3 years ago about me posting like a TikTok video on my Facebook. Okay, so be it. Like, it doesn't matter. Um, there's millions of people on this earth. Why would you focus what one person says? There's no point to that. There's just actually none. I mean, focus what you think. Focus what God thinks. If you have someone special in your life, focus on what they think, and just try and build off of that. You can only People are going to talk shit on you no matter what. You could be the most perfect. Look at Jesus. Jesus was son of God. You can't get much better than that. And they still pinned him on the cross because they didn't agree with him. I mean, that's essentially it. So, I mean, no one's going to agree with you. There's going to be haters with it. There's going to be a lot of supporters too. But just don't focus on any of it. I mean, live your own life. Choose the route that you want to do. Learn from your failure. So that's this video. So hopefully you guys can do something with it.